Part 244. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 2431. The scene once seemed very sensational. The crowd of the audience was momentarily stunned by the scene. How did it become like this? And at this moment, everyone also caught some unusual points. For example, what is the special relationship between this teacher Zhou Kui of the Priest Academy and Zhuoqiu Yun of this Guangming Academy? Why do you want to save him at all costs? To say that these two are not from the same family, and have different surnames. However, Zhou Kui's address to Zhuoqiu Yun just now seems to be worthy of attention. A meteor? The audience took a deep breath. What's the situation? Who can tell me? I want to eat some melon. It's impossible to eat melons. It's impossible to eat melons in this life. It can only be said that Zhou Kui's relationship with this Zhuoqiu Yun has been abnormal. As for what happened, it's hard to say, really hard to say. Don't they have a Taoist relationship? It's not impossible. Anyway, this Zhuoqiu Yun seems to have received a lot of attention from mentor Zhou Kui. This is a bit interesting. It sounds very interesting. Tisk tisk tisk, take off, take off, take off. A series of shouts followed, and suddenly a lot of gossip appeared on the faces of the audience. Is everyone stupid? Didn't you bet? This Fang Fan is so fierce, your previous bets are all gone. At the critical moment, there is still a sensible person. When the facts are exposed, everyone is immediately forced to follow. At this moment, my eyes are wide open. I don't know what to say. I just feel my head buzzing. The stimulation is too strong. Teacher Zhou Kui, please step down. This is the fighting arena of Tiandao Society. Even if you are a mentor, you are not qualified to stay here. And you have seriously affected the rules of our fighting arena. Kui Qing, head of the logistics department of Tiandao Society, walked directly to the fighting platform immediately after the incident and warned Zhou Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy. Snort. What are the rules and irregularities? I will teach you the rules today. It's just a competition between the students, just click as far as it goes, but this Fang Fan is terrible everywhere. This is clearly the behavior of the devil. As the instructor of Guangming Academy, I want to eliminate such despicable people for Guangming Academy. While talking, Zhou Kui, the second-level instructor of the Priest Academy, immediately exploded the cultivation base of the 7-star high-level sanctuary, completely revealing the aura of the whole body, giving people a sense of endless shock in consciousness. At this moment, everyone's eyes are focused here, and the expressions on their faces are more or less weird. Now Zhou Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, has directly targeted Fang Fan, and even wants to kill Fang Fan directly in this way. ICAO. Old witch, can you be a little more embarrassing? You violated the rules of the fighting arena before, and now you want to hurt people. Who the hell gave you that face? As long as you are like you are not qualified to be a tutor at Guangming Academy. You don't want to hurt my brother Fang Fan today. Damn, I don't believe it anymore. Are you so awesome? Zhuoqiu Yao, the vice president of Tiandao Society, strode forward and stood by Fang Fan's side to speak out. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 2432. It can only be said that some people's behavior methods are really too doggy. Don't be rude at all. Sometimes I really can't help it, so I growl directly. How can you bear this? Isn't that Chen Wang Ba? You guys want to stop me? Go away. Otherwise, I will clean up with you. You haven't graduated yet, how dare you educate me? Things beyond their control. Today I'm going to teach this cruel little thief a lesson. Zhou Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, looked directly at Fang Fan, obviously not giving up until Fang Fan was killed. I am afraid that the so-called lessons learned will directly evolve into killing by mistake. Such methods are simply too low-end. Zhou Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, had already rushed towards Fang Fan's position while speaking. Fang Fan's complexion changed for a while. Now he really can't fight against the existence of a 7-star high-end sanctuary. If he can't hold on, he can only retreat to the small world of Shushan Pavilion. My disciple, why do you teach me a lesson? Boom. Snapped. Loud slaps sounded in the arena, and the scene gradually became solemn. Zhou Kui's attack on Fang Fan, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, was instantly disintegrated. At this moment, a middle-aged man in a black robe stood in place, with disheveled hair and an indifferent expression. Anyway, it's a haughty attitude. Slapped on the spot, domineering. This person is naturally the mentor Tai Shujia that Fang Fan chose in the tower of the academy. Unexpectedly, he rushed out at the critical moment. Uncle G. Uncle Tutor. Is he your disciple? I don't know. But what's wrong with me just teaching him a lesson? As a mentor, I don't have the right anymore. He's just a freshman. Zhou Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, held her head high, as if she was still not convinced. Oh. So what? I'm a super tutor, I think you're upset. What's wrong with me teaching you a lesson? Can't you? Clap clap clap. While Tai Shiji was speaking, he strode forward and directly gave Zhou Kui, the second-level tutor of the Priest Academy, a dozen big ears. The face of Zhou Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, instantly swelled into a pig's head. The scene was very dramatic at one point, and everyone's eyes flocked here, almost bursting out laughing. This is so funny. Can you stop being so funny? Uncle G. You are shameless. How dare you humiliate me like this? I fight with you. The face of Zhou Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, turned red for a while. At this moment, he felt as if he was about to vomit blood. While roaring, he rushed forward. If it were a normal male tutor, it would probably be okay if he encountered such a spoiled person, in the worst case, just say a few soft words. But who made Zhou Kui meet an abnormal mentor? Tai Shiji has always been very equal to men and women. A male tutor should be beaten, but a female tutor should still be beaten. Tisk, just when I was thinking about how to vent my anger on my apprentice, you came here. Very nice. Eat me with 8 punches. Tai Shujia was talking, the smile on his face was very real, and he punched his fist directly as he spoke. Boom. Ah. The body of Zhou Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, flew hundreds of meters like a bullet out of the chamber, and then slowly stopped after hitting the wall of the martial arts field. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2433. Cough. Cough cough cough. Puff. Zhou Kui, the second-level instructor of the Priest Academy, clutched her chest, and then spit out blood. Now she should pay the price for her brainless operation. It was a little too stupid just now. She is just a 7-star high-level saint realm, and Tai Shujia is a saint, and a high-level saint, let alone Tai Shujia, who has a temper that dares to fight even a demigod. Didn't she want to die by herself? But then there was a look of relief on her face. Even if she was seriously injured, it doesn't matter, as long as Ayun is still alive. If she didn't make a move just now, her Ayun would be cold. Now that things are so chaotic, her Ayun can always save her life, and this competition should end immediately. Zhou Kui, the second-level tutor of the Priest Academy, secretly let out a sigh of relief, feeling that everything was worth it. Kui Kui. Kui Kui. At this moment, Zhou Kaiyu, a day-level student of Guangming Academy who was on the fighting platform, saw his beloved woman being beaten like this, and suddenly became angry, and then strode forward to rush out directly. Etc. Who made you go? Isn't the fight over yet? Come on. Continue to compete with my apprentice. I haven't seen any good shows yet. Just now because of that crazy woman, I had to stop, and now I should continue. Uncle G waved his hand, with an excited look on his face, and immediately grabbed Zhou Kaiyun and pulled him back. At this moment, the grief and indignation in Zhou Kaiyun's heart was instantly replaced by fear. If he continues to fight, he will really die. I admit defeat, I want to admit defeat. I won't fight anymore. Isn't it okay to admit defeat? There were streaks of cold sweat on Zhou Kaiyun's forehead, and he quickly followed suit. It's useless to admit defeat at this time. You can only admit defeat when you continue to fight for a minute. After all, that crazy woman messed up the battle situation before, and that crazy woman disrupted the battle situation for you. Now if you say you admit defeat, what's the point? Is my apprentice so easy to bully? Stand here for me. Continue to compete with my apprentice. I will definitely not participate in the competition between you. Tai Shiji waved his hand and said firmly. Zhou Kaiyun was really about to cry. Can't I just admit defeat? How could anyone be so overbearing? Zhou Kaiyun's eyes subconsciously scanned the surrounding area, trying to find someone who could speak for him, but he looked left and right, but he didn't seem to see it. So difficult. He saw Zhou Kui, the second-level instructor of the Priest Academy who was coughing and vomiting blood in the corner, and couldn't help showing a look of anticipation on his face. Now this is a slightly higher status, and he can help himself. Cough. Cough cough cough. Uncle G, you can't do anything wrong. Ayun has given up. You are forcing the students, the school will punish you, you will not end well, cough. Cough cough cough. Puff. Zhou Kui, the second-level tutor of the Priest Academy, vomited blood and said tremblingly, the whole person felt in a state of erratic while speaking, it is really too difficult now. Would I care about that? Hurry up. The others on the martial stage leave first. Leave my apprentice and this what Ayun? Yes. That's it? Tai Shiji waved his hand and everything was settled. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2434. Even if the current situation is frozen. Under the strong arrangement of Tai Shiji, Zhou Kui, the second-level tutor of the Priest Academy, could only tremble wildly there. But at this moment, I dare not say anything or do anything, because all actions have been completely terminated. As for the day-level student Zhou Kaiyu of the Guangming Academy, he also felt that he was in a dangerous situation at this moment, and he was completely stunned. If it goes on like this, won't he just die cold? But his only backer has also collapsed. Now there is a Grand Uncle G who is in the state of sages watching the audience. Now you can't even admit defeat. 1 minute. It's a minute before I admit defeat. Yes. I'm going to hold on for a minute. I can. Maybe we can even kill Fang Fan. Damn, it's all because of this guy that I suffered such humiliation. Otherwise, how could it have become like this? At this time, there must be no surprises. The situation must be stabilized here. My mentality must not collapse. I remembered that Fang Fan exuded an invincible and powerful aura at that time, so I retreated in panic. At that time, he cut off an arm in a random way. These must be Fang Fan's tricks. Now that I've gone through that, it's naturally impossible to be afraid of his tricks. Then what am I afraid of? Just do it. Call. If you figure it out, you won't be afraid at all. I can stabilize the audience. I'm a sky-level student of Guangming Academy. I'm the supreme powerhouse of the 6-star early stage sanctuary. Who can fight me? Impossible. As long as I can control my mentality, I can directly crush this damn Fang Fan. The eyeballs of Zhou Kaiyu, a sky-level student of Guangming Academy, trembled crazily. All kinds of messy thoughts gathered in his mind, and then the smiles on his face gradually increased. Everything ends here. Inexplicably excited and excited. If this is the case, then there are great opportunities in front of you. Based on this, it will reverberate the entire Guangming Academy. When the time comes to get rid of this Fang Fan, we will be able to complete His Royal Highness Shenzi's confession. Also, I want Tai Shijia, that bastard, to pay the price he deserves. Who asked you to intervene? I want your apprentice to be buried with you for your actions. Zhou Kaiyun gritted her teeth, and her whole body twitched slightly as she spoke. The excitement was hard to express in words. But no matter what, it seems so real, as if everything ends here. On the fighting platform, only Fang Fan and Zhou Kaiyun were left at this moment, and they were about to continue their never-ending fight. Boy! My apprentice, there is no such thing as failure. This is your chance, don't embarrass your master. I can't afford to lose this man. Tai Shiji shook his fluffy and messy hair, then said viciously. Fang Fan shrugged, his face full of indifference. This cheap master is quite powerful at critical times, and he stepped forward directly at critical times. Fang Fan felt something in his heart. To be honest, he was quite grateful. Although I don't have much communication with this cheap master Uncle G, the kind of care is indeed not fake. This is probably an alternative way of expression. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2435. Don't worry, a mere 6-star cultivator in the first stage of the sacred realm will be killed in an instant. What is this? As your apprentice, I can't embarrass you, can I? It's embarrassing enough that the quasi-sacred realm didn't hang and beat the saint. Now if you can't even deal with a 6-star early stage sanctuary, how can you be your apprentice? Fang Fan waved his hand, his words were full of domineering. Uncle G's complexion turned dark. I'm so. Is it really true that blue comes from blue and is better than blue? I'm already arrogant enough, you're even more arrogant than me. The quasi-sage hangs and beats the saint? Still have this idea? It's already very difficult for the ultimate quasi-sage to fight against the 6-star first stage sanctuary. These are 6 big realms, and more than 20 small realms. Normally speaking, it is already very strong to be able to counter-kill the opponent by surpassing 2 or 3 small realms. You boy do not take the usual path. Grand Uncle G stood aside and sighed silently. My apprentice is really good at pretending. The most irritating thing is that they do have the capital to pretend. Fang Fan. Arrogance. Don't think that you can do anything wrong if you beat me with a sneak attack. You are still far behind me. I'm a sky-level student. I'll let you see what the gap is. Hee hee. Your previous aggressiveness is no longer useful to me. I've gotten used to it. I will never be fooled by you again. Your strongest backhand has been exposed by me, you should admit defeat yourself, don't be hacked to death by me. Zhou Kaiyu, a sky-level student of Guangming Academy, let out a roar, and his expression became extremely excited. While roaring, he immediately launched a surprise attack. This time he wanted to take the initiative so that Fang Fan wouldn't have to show any trump card, he really couldn't hold it anymore. Looking for death. Fang Fan smiled indifferently. Although he couldn't use the aura of Rage God's Majesty to suppress him this time, he still has a lot of backhands. For example, simultaneously mobilize the power of the three-headed Hell Dog, Dark Knight Unicorn, and Kunpeng at the first stage of the Sanctuary Realm. Because all his favorites have been conferred the title of Servant of the Rage God. Fang Fan can use their power at any time, and because Fang Fan himself is a virtual wild god, there is a certain close connection with several god pets, so there is no sense of rejection at all. The power of the 3 6-star early stage sacred pets gathered on Fang Fan alone, that is 3 times the power of the 6-star early stage Holy Realm. Even if it is difficult for Fang Fan to control this power at the moment, that is enough. It's an existence that tortures and kills everything. Clang. The sound of metal collision came. Fang Fan's Zhantian sword collided with Zhuoqiu Yun's saber. Fang Fan remained motionless, while Zhou Qiuyun, as the one who initiated the attack, retreated dozens of steps. At this moment, bursts of tearing pain came from the tiger's mouth. No. No. It's not like this, how could it be? Whirring. Zhou Qiuyun's eyes widened, and he still couldn't believe it until now, and his whole body fell into a state of stupidity. This time Fang Fan will naturally not give him any more chances. Fang Fan swung the Zhantian sword and danced a bloody flower in the air, and then sprinted straight over. This Zhuoqiu Yun already hated him to the bone, and wanted to kill him countless times. Fang Fan knew this well. Ask for a hammer. If you want to kill, you must be prepared to be killed. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2436. And this time there is no mentor Zhou Kui coming to help. At this moment, Zhou Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, is still shrunk and trembling in the corner of the martial arts arena. After all, he was attacked by Tai Shujia, how could it be so easy to resolve it? Zhan Tianjian broke through the defense of the saber, and flew straight towards Zhuoqiu Yun's heart. No. I don't want to die. Stab. Click. The sound of bone cracking followed, and everything fell into silence. Everyone's eyes gathered here, and the expressions on their faces looked extremely strange. Terminated. Everything then ends. Zhou Qiuyun, a sky-level student of Guangming Academy, collapsed straight to the ground, blood dripping all over the ground. The victory and defeat have been divided. No. A meteor. A meteor. You left me alone, why are you so cruel? You said that you want to treat me well for the rest of your life. We have an agreement. Get up. Zhou Kui, the second-level instructor of the Priest Academy, let out a heart-piercing roar, then forcibly dragged her body and rushed over to hug Zhou Qiuyu's body, feeling a sense of infinite panic in her consciousness. This feeling seems to be more real. The sense of restlessness in my heart is also gradually invading. Fang Fan. It's you. It's you who ruined my Yun. You are the biggest culprit. Kill. I'm going to kill you. Kill you. Zhou Kui, the second-level instructor of the Priest Academy, took a deep breath, and the aura of her whole body exploded as she spoke. He pretended to rush towards Fang Fan. Fang Fan subconsciously slashed with a sharp sword edge, forcing her back directly. Although this Zhou Kui is in the 7-star Sanctuary realm, he is already seriously injured and his combat power is really limited. Revenge. I want revenge. I'm going to stand up. Zhou Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, trembled, and wanted to continue to attack. Get back. From now on, if Fang Fan loses a hair, I will destroy your 3 clans. If it's not for the face of the ancestor Ghost Saber, I will kill you today. This is the first and last time. If you dare to be presumptuous in the future, you will be killed without mercy. Uncle G strode over, waved his hand, and a gust of wind blew past, directly blowing Joe Kui, the second-level tutor of the Priest Academy, far away. Cough, cough cough cough, poof. Joe Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, was bleeding while clutching Zuokyu Yun's sleeve. At this moment, she naturally didn't have the guts to continue to attack, and she didn't doubt the authenticity of Tai Shuja's words. If she continues to die, she is really going to die. In the face of death, the so-called emotion seems to become less important again. As for hatred or something, it can completely disappear in the face of death threats. Everything, end. In this competition, Fang Fan, a student at the yellow rank, wins. Kui Qing, head of the logistics department of Tiandao Society, announced the result of the competition as a referee, and there was a commotion in the audience. There are those who are excited, and there are more complainers. Damn it, it's over, it's all over, it's really exciting to watch the competition, but my star core, the star core is all thrown into the water, it's gone. I voted 80 million and Fang Fan lost, why am I so unlucky? I didn't intend to bet at all, but the odds of 1 to 2 are too tempting. Under normal circumstances, the odds are only 1 to 1 in the case of unequal combat power. Blood loss. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shuyu. Chapter 2437. The whole place exploded directly. In this situation, the banker is completely full, and everyone else becomes an iron-headed baby. The scene once became full of bombardment. This wave after wave, what kind of trouble do you want? It's all about doing things. And this rhythm is still very strong. Bai Piao is already laughing from ear to ear. Please call me the god of gamblers. No bragging, in the gambling world, no one can match me so far. Did I tell you guys before? Don't be nervous, it's not a big problem. Is everyone eating meat now? All of you can rest assured that the problem is not too big. Isn't it bad to stick to the overall situation directly? Who dares to compete with us? Bai Piao held his head high and held his chest high. No matter what, he had to put his feet up at the beginning. Anyway, I am really proud and excited now. All aspects of feelings must be shown. It's such a gesture to say 1,000 words and 10,000 words. Brother Bai Piao, is this brother Fang Fan still human? This is a humanoid fighter at all. The combat power is too strong. There is no pressure to beat the strong 6-star early level sanctuary. Is this brother Fang Fan reckless? It was indeed reckless before. Gisha touched his head subconsciously, and sighed beside him while talking. In any case, it is to express the admiration in my heart. Too strong. Strong enough to burst. The debut of the king. Call. We are really frogs in a well. Brother Fang Fan really can't look at it with ordinary eyes. He is so bullish that even the sky-level students have been beaten to the ground. This qualification and combat power can be directly promoted to sky-level students. What else do you want to study at Guangming Academy? Enter the academy today and graduate tomorrow. Zhou Qiuyeo swallowed a mouthful of saliva, and while talking, he couldn't help but show a helpless look on his face. At this moment, he inexplicably felt a sense of sensation in his head. This feeling, why is it so strong? He's really about to burst. Can you be a little more low-key? Too difficult. His thinking here can't keep up. Sure enough, you are still so good. Only such an outstanding person can be worthy of Master Murong. Sure enough, excellent people play with excellent people. I'm still far behind. Xiangfei murmured to herself, and when she spoke, she inexplicably felt a tingling sensation. She didn't know why she felt this way, maybe maybe it was because of that unwillingness. Xiangfei shook her head, her face could not help showing a touch of bitterness. Fang Fan patted the dust off his body, then calmly walked down from the fighting platform. The smile on his face became more and more sincere. This feeling is a sense of pride. In this aspect, the posture must be sufficient. Boy, I really didn't disappoint my teacher. It seems that you have heard what the teacher taught you in your heart. You can be regarded as inheriting the fighting style of fighting for the normal university. A child can be taught. It can be inferred from one instance, not bad, not bad. Although I teach well is one aspect, but your own comprehension ability is also a factor. My grand-uncle Ji's disciple must be like this. Taisha Ji patted his chest, and became arrogant while talking. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2438. It's just that Fang Fan's head is full of question marks at this moment. What the hell, good guy? What a guy? What are they talking about? This muttering, still thinking about taking off or something. How many days have I been your disciple? The time we spend together does not exceed an hour. I can count the words clearly on my fingers. This is teaching? Fang Fan shrugged subconsciously. He didn't even bother to complain at the moment, he was tired of complaining. This cheap master is a bit shameless. I'm doing my best to perform as I should cooperate with you. Master teaches. It is my great honor to be able to undertake Master's teaching. Master's few words are very inspiring to me, and every teaching is like enlightenment. Before meeting Master, I had no idea that someone could play the role of Master so well. My admiration for you is hard to express in words. That admiration and gratitude is as vast and boundless as the realm of the gods, and as magnificent and turbulent as the endless heavens. Fang Fan held his head high, his expression becoming more and more solemn. The cooperation still needs to cooperate. A child can be taught. Taisha Ji nodded quickly. This apprentice is not bad. Now both the face and the inside are all there. Immediately cool. As for the surrounding area, eyes were already rolling. Some of them were poor in endurance, and started to vomit immediately. Don't be so embarrassing. Bai Biao's eyes looked at Wudatai, feeling deeply at this moment. I always thought I had the thickest skin, but now it seems that I'm far behind Fang Fan. This guy wasn't like this before, could it be that he learned from me? And then the blue is better than the blue. This thick-skinned and black-bellied, is invincible. Awesome. Learn a little bit. Fang Fan definitely learned from me. On shameless inheritance. Bai Biao held her head high and held her chest high, as if she was rather arrogant. Why do I feel goosebumps all over the ground? Brother Fang Fan and Grand-Uncle's mentor obviously haven't had any communication. Brother Fang Fan is also the first person to be able to talk nonsense so smoothly. Admiration, admiration to the extreme. While talking, Gui Shan nodded in agreement, and the feeling became more and more intense this time. Maybe this is the boss. It is completely in the state of taking off. How powerful. Forward. No. Senior Xiangfei, have you seen Fang Fan's true face now? This guy is a guy who talks to people, talks to people. I don't know how many of these fancy intestines. Cough, did his charisma drop instantly? Actually, I was wrong just now. I am not as thick-skinned as him, nor as shameless as him. Bai Biao rolled his eyes, and then ran to Xiangfei to show his hospitality. While talking, he nodded quickly and said, his expression looked very excited at the moment. Everyone. Is what I just said overturned? It's shameless enough. In order to show off in front of concubine Xiang, she completely performed her shameless posture to the extreme. Charm value decreased. Nope. This is so cute. Look how cute Fang Fan's serious nonsense is. Concubine Xiang blinked, her beautiful eyes couldn't help but focus on Fang Fan. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2439. Some people just can't get rid of this charm. It looks good anyway. Bai Biao smashed his mouth, and then sighed. This is, a car overturned. Bai Biao stared at the ceiling speechlessly, it was too difficult. Sister Xiangfei, in fact, what I wanted to say just now is that Fang Fan's thick-skinned qualities are all learned from me. This is where I started. What do you think of me? Bai Biao nodded approvingly. While talking, he still wanted to have a whole wave of presents. But after Xiangfei focused her gaze on Bai Biao, she suddenly frowned and said, "Why are you so wretched when you look like this?" Heartbroken. Bai Biao turned her head away, suddenly feeling no love. Why is there such a big difference? What's wrong with me? Bai Biao raised his head and sighed silently, it was too difficult for him. Cute and obscene are actually just a thin line. Slowly realize it. Zhuoqiu patted Bai Biao's shoulder, while talking, his expression was very solemn. Bai Biao opened his mouth, wanted to say something but couldn't. He didn't feel any difference. Isn't it all the same? What difference can there be? Bai Biao scratched his scalp, then silently let out a mouthful of foul air, it's so humming difficult. Fang Fan and Grand Uncle Ji praised each other well. Uncle Ji repeatedly praised Fang Fan for being the most enlightened among the disciples he had taught, and Fang Fan would naturally respond that everything was taught well by the master. Anyway, it's just business blowing each other, each taking what he needs. Just as Fang Fan was about to lead his people to evacuate from the Tiandao Society martial arts arena, there was a sudden commotion outside. Who is it? Who dared to kill my apprentice? Can any sky-level student of my priest academy be killed if he wants to? Who is it? Stand up. Why can't he admit defeat? Stand out. A series of sharp voices came, causing the entire fighting arena of Tiandao Club to vibrate. The melon-eating crowd who were about to disperse at once returned to their original positions, eagerly preparing to eat a wave of new melons. It's Fu Jing, the head of the Priest Academy. This Zhuoqiu Yun seems to be a sky-level student of the Priest Academy, and also a disciple of Fu Jing, the head of the Priest Academy. Tisk, there's a good show to watch. Fight and fight. Damn, it's so exciting. He, fortunately, I didn't miss it. It's been a long time since I ate such a big melon, and it's still sweet. Cool, so cool. Immediately feel comfortable. Hey, let me eat more melons, to make up for my broken heart that has gone bankrupt. Excitement immediately appeared on the faces of everyone, and then their eyes widened to watch the subsequent development. It's also delicious. One wave after another, how comfortable it is. Fang Fan glanced towards the source of the sound, just in time to see Fu Jing, the dean of the Priest Academy with a frosty face. At this moment, standing behind her was Zhou Kui, the second-level mentor of the Priest Academy, who was holding Zhou Kaiyun's body in her arms. This is clearly the time to settle accounts after the fall. Zhou Kui is only a second-level mentor, so she definitely doesn't dare to come back for revenge, but this Fu Jing is the dean of the Priest Academy after all, so she still has some right to speak based on her status. Enough yelling. Crazy woman. You said that you are also a dean anyway, why don't you want any image? You are also a woman after all, right? Can't this temper be changed? Uncle G scratched his scalp, and dandruff suddenly flew. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 2440. Fang Fan stood aside, his complexion suddenly darkened. Can you be a little more careful? Anyway, he is also a teacher. Uncle G. I don't want to quarrel with you on weekdays. Don't think that I, Fu Jing, are easy to bully. This matter is not over today. Zhuo Qiuyun is my apprentice. He is an apprentice I am very optimistic about. He has just become a sky-level student. It is possible for him to sprint to the 7-star sanctuary realm when he graduates. Such a good seedling is now ruined like this. I am his master, this matter must not be left alone. It must be rectified. Uncle G, I advise you to leave this matter alone. Otherwise, everyone's faces will be ugly. While talking, Fu Jing, the dean of the Priest Academy, became angry for a while. While talking, roars of roars also came out, and the posture of gnashing teeth was vividly displayed. In any case, this posture looks very real, and this is the most authentic expression of behavior. Don't you all have good faces? Hee hee. It's really ridiculous. What's not to like? Do you have a face? Can I show some face? You trash disciple, what's your name? Oh, Zhuo Qiuyun. He's not as good as others himself, so you're ashamed to come here and make a fuss. He couldn't beat my disciple, and now he is killed. This is all a matter to be resolved in the arena, fair and just. There are so many eyes on everyone. Isn't it clear at a glance who is shameless? What? Speaking of your heart? Are you sorry? Since you are on the martial arts arena, life and death have their own destiny. And take Qiu Ho to settle accounts. It's a dean after all, can you show some face, please? Uncle G waved his hand, and immediately stood in front of Fang Fan, and while talking, the proud expression on his face became more and more. This time the posture is proud, and the expression gradually becomes extremely excited. To say 1,000 words and 10,000 words, this kind of high profile is to be displayed in all directions. Everyone's gazes gathered here, and the expressions on their faces changed unpredictably. What the hell, I feel my head buzzing for no reason. One is the dean of the Priest Academy, and the other is the famous undead mentor of the God of War Academy. Now I'm about to pinch it. Why does it feel so exciting? This kind of excitement hit, I was completely excited. All kinds of words are expressed, and suddenly it looks like a smile. Uncle G. I won't talk about life and death if it's really a matter of life and death in a martial arts arena. In the end, my disciple Zhou Qiuyu has already said to admit defeat. Why don't you let him admit defeat? And let him forcefully fight? You said it would take a minute before you admit defeat. You are letting him die. You can't escape his death. You are the murderer. Uncle G. I will not settle accounts with you today, but hand over your disciple Fang Fan, he is the culprit. The dean is going to take him under the knife today. Fu Jing, the dean of the Priest Academy, let out a roar, and her whole body exploded in an instant. The aura of Zhu Dian Shengzun is quite powerful. It seems to have a posture that can crush everything. This posture is extremely powerful. Everything is displayed here, how powerful it is. Tai Shiji shrugged indifferently. Although he was only a high-level saint, when it came to fighting, there were really few supreme saints who could pose any threat to him.